Hi all, my name is Konstantin Fuxon. Today I would like to show you how you can export data from a smart object to an Excel file. Actually, it's possible to export to Excel, to PDF. Basically, what I'm interested in is the list view. So let's imagine that you have some kind of a list view like that, Active Directory, and clicking the Export to Excel button, you get such a file, opening which you can see all the data here. The export is done with the help of SQL Server reporting services, and now I will show you how we can do this. For this we will need a Visual Studio and actually K2 for SQL Server reporting services installed. I will just create a new project. This will be a reporting services project. I will call it Export to Excel. We need to create a data source. Basically, it's better to create a shared data source. I will call it K2 data source. If you installed K2 for SQL Server reporting services, then in the list of connectors you will have the source code connector. This is one which we will use. The connection string to this source code connector is connection string to your Smart Object server. Basically, if you go to your environment tables, Smart Object server, the data source is set up. Now, in order to create a report, we need to set up a shared dataset, but actually we will use a dataset embedded into report. So I will just add a new item. I will call it Export to Excel report. I will add a data source to my report and map it to the shared data source. After I created a data source in my report, I can start creating a data set. Active Directory Smart Object is not a good option to select all the values from, especially in the big companies, but I'm using it as just as an example, because it is a standard Smart Object and it's available for me right now. So I will use K2 data source, and the query is simple, the adder.net query. If you have problems writing it, you then can open just Smart Object Service Tester. Right-click your Smart Object and click Add a Query. Then here you can select asterisk from system name of the Smart Object. That is something we need. If I click Refresh Fields, I will and then click to the fields, I will have all the fields available in my Smart Object here. If you know how to work with reporting services and with parameters, you can basically also specify additional parameters which you can use to search for strings, or you can even use them to pre-filter your Excel file. But this video is just for pretty much exporting everything to the Excel file. Now I have my dataset. Yeah, that's better. Now we need to create quickly a table. A table with data. On my SmartForm, I have a list view with 5 columns. It's name, display name, email, description, and manager. I will create a report with the same names, with the same columns. display name, email, description, and manager. Then I will make something like that. I can preview my report. Name, display name, email. I don't like how it looks like, because so I will just make it a bit wider so that when exporting to Excel, these columns also will be really wide. Maybe it will save some time when formatting Excel. Okay, now that looks a bit better. So this is my report, which I will just try to deploy. Oh, yeah. Certainly I haven't specified the reporting services URL. The my target server URL is the following one. Now I can deploy my report. I'm deploying it straight from Visual Studio, but basically you can build your report and then deploy it manually without Visual Studio. You can upload your report and then set up all the data sources and everything. The only thing you need to care about is that you basically have Black Pearl Locator Smart Objects, these data sources, or if you do not have, trying to create a new one, you have the source code here in the list of available data source types. Otherwise, you have not installed your K2 Black Pearl for SQL Server reporting services in a proper way. So you need to have this data source type on the reporting services. I have a folder export to Excel. I have export to Excel report, which I can run and see. I will use Windows authentication integration. In order to deploy correctly, I will overwrite everything. Now I see that everything is succeeded, so I can try to run my report. I can see the report here in the SQL Server reporting services. Clicking this button, I can export this report to any available format you can see in the drop-down list. But basically, I do not want to export the report here. I want to click a button on the SmartForm and then just export it. For this, I will do the following one. I will just delete this button, and let's imagine that you have a list view with following columns, like 5 columns available, and you want to create a button clicking which will download you the export file of your list view. I will use a simple toolbar button. I will call it export to Excel. The icon will be something like load. Then I will go and create a new rule. So when the control is clicked, I will just navigate to a URL. What kind of a URL I will navigate to? So this URL consists of your reporting services URL, something like that. But it is not just reports, it is report server. And then you need to specify the full path to your report. You can also take it from here. I will decode the URL for you so that you understand what's going on here. This is the folder. This is the name of your report file. And then I will specify additional SQL Server Reporting Services parameters, which will return not the HTML rendered by the browser, but a simple Excel file. And then one more reporting services parameter. I will open it in the current window. Basically, you can open it in the new window, parent window, something like that. But opening in the current window will just will not open any additional tabs or windows. It just download the file inside your current window. But if there is some error, then you will be redirected to the error page. So depending on what is convenient for you, you can open it in the current window. I will leave it current window and show how it works with the current window. I'll just finish it and run this view. So having this export to Excel button, clicking it, the file just downloads here. Opening the file, you can see what's going on here. Something like that. There is a service broker on the community.k2.com website which can export to Excel the error.net query. But what I find not very convenient about this is that it exports pure text. So exporting integers or numbers or dates will be rendered as text in Excel. So you cannot apply any filters, you cannot apply any sorting on the columns. But exporting with the help of SQL Server reporting services will render the text as this. So here we have pretty much only text columns, but even if we had some numbers or dates, then we would have also the dates here, and applying filtering here would work pretty okay. If you do not want to export it to Excel, you can change the rule and let's say export it format PDF. You got the export to Excel report.pdf file, but in order to be rendered correctly in the PDF file, you need to play with report pages. You need to play with these page sizes. I hope my video was really helpful and it will solve some of your business requirements as exporting something to Excel. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, just send me an email at konstantin@k2.com.